Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Comic Book Club of Alex.
I'm Justin.
I'm Pete.
And we have 3 great comic books to talk to you guys
We're
about.
resigned to his fate as Pete for the rest of his life. I guess I'm Pete.
I'm stuck.
Guys, today we're going to talk about Blackest Night #3, Beasts of Burden #1, and MODOK Rain Delay #1. So let's get right into it. Talk about Blackest Night #3. 3rd issue of the series that we have been enjoying quite a bit. What do you guys think about this?
I mean, we've all been calling for the Indigo Tribe, I think, for so long. It's great to see them show
Spoilers,
up.
by the way.
Yeah.
Also, Miller Lite.
Hey, it's recession, people, alright?
Yeah.
It's a recession. I can't afford the fancy
Where's
stuff.
the alcohol in this stuff? Is it in the bottom? Is that where you get to it?
By the
It's
time
in the bottle. You get the liquid
Oh,
out and you eat the bottle.
Even,
You're totally wasted.
Yeah,
So, Blackest Night #3, I'm going to say
Twist
that
off,
I
baby.
thought this was a terrible comic book.
Really?
Wow.
Yes. Yeah, I'm just going to come out and say,
Wait,
look, the thing is, I love Jeff Johns. Evan Rice's art is great. I think there are aspects of this that made this actively terrible.
Interesting. I agree. I'm tired of just like this unending,
People
we
come
have
back,
to keep
people
fighting
come
these
back.
people. And I will say it's so predictable that it's like, we have to combine our lights and then we could kill them.
Yeah, this is my problem. There's a couple of things that brought this comic book down in my mind. It's obviously a well-made comic book. I'm going to keep reading Jeff Johns stuff. I'm going to keep reading Ivan Rice's stuff. Certainly going to keep reading Blackest Night. There are pages upon pages of long widescreen panels that are nothing but people's heads. That's one of my problems. That's my art problem with it. I had the same problem with the last issue. Indigo Tribe, Deus Ex Machina, just jumps out of nowhere, saves everybody, and explains everything. Really trite way of doing it.
Yeah.
Biggest problem for me is the Firestorm stuff.
Yeah.
It's Firestorm,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Okay, I suddenly blanked on.
Well, there are 2 firestorms in there.
Right. Firestorm stuff, which I want to like because I love Firestorm as a character.
Oh, Flame Drizzle. That's his name. Flame Drizzle. My bad. Sorry. We're going to get flamed for that.
But there's the stuff at the beginning where you have the current Firestorm and his girlfriend are hanging out talking, and she's like, "Why won't you commit to me?"
Yeah.
And you can read from that page, and you're like, "Oh, she's dead."
Yeah.
And it's too predictable, and it's aggravating to me, beyond aggravating, that at this point we still have the token female character love interest is the one that dies.
Well, and I gotta say,
I had much less of a problem with both of the Hawks dying. In this case, it's offensive because it's happened so much.
Also, it was really horrifying. I was like, I was like, oh, it was so like drawn out and sort of like cruel. It was, and for
It was
that, I guess,
very, to borrow a term from the esteemed Gail Simone, it was very women and refrigerated.
yes, it was
Well,
sort of, yeah.
What I wanted us to get past the, okay, people are coming back, we get it. What's the next phase of this? And then the next phase was handled so quickly and abruptly and kind of like 2 panels all like, let me do a quick monologue and tell you how we're going to,
Even and turn the comic and the opposite way. I was like, oh, this is super exposition.
Oh, that was another thing. There was one page, the word bubbles were in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
I thought I was reading manga for a second. I felt a little crazy because Elongated Man, one of the pages, his word bubbles went, this is not going to work because I don't know how to do this for the camera, but went this way and went the wrong way for reading the page. It was impossible. And it's very frustrating for me because I like this comic a lot and I like the first 2 issues a lot, but this is a poor issue.
Well, I feel like, I didn't hate it as much as you, but I definitely see your points. I feel like this is kind of the information barf issue.
Yeah.
And then now, for the rest of the series...
Did you say the information barf?
It's a classic literary term.
Oh,
If you're going to read War and Peace, it's page 62 is the information barf. But anyway, I feel like after this, it's going to be like, oh, now we all know this, we can move forward with the story.
Sure. Let's hope so.
That it happened here. But I will say that last sort of rapey situation, I was like, boy, it really put off.
Yeah, it was a little too much. We're going to move on, but would you guys say pick this up?
Nope.
I mean, I think it still has something to do with it, and it's an important issue. So.
Okay. I'm going to say no, skip this issue, move on to the next one.
Well, you have to know the information.
Don't give up on the
No,
series.
It's an information dump.
No, you don't have to know.
Great. Beasts of Burden, #1 by Evan Dorkin and Jill Thompson. This is how I sold Pete on reading this issue. So, every pen in the world is a magician. And then Pete was like, okay, I gotta start reading this.
Well, Pete already believes that. In
Yes.
general,
Basically, the way this works.
Tell me that.
There were a couple of short stories that the 2 of them put together for Dark Horse Comics. This is an ongoing series. Pets are magicians secretly fighting a war against supernatural monsters.
Now, Pete, as a huge fan of cute animals doing things...
Wait, now, come on now. Realistically, we all know, like, cats have magical powers. Like,
Right.
they're doing crazy
suck
things.
the breath out of a baby.
Yeah, it's true.
All right,
He's been reading a lot of baby books lately, and that's a major.
That's a major thing.
There are other more important ones you should be reading besides.
Yeah, dogs love to eat babies' legs.
Yeah.
But no, realistically, we've been in a room and a cat has just got up and just taken off, and then come back like 10 minutes later, looking at you like you just missed it.
Maybe you did.
Cat's got things going on, my boy.
Anyways, this is a review of the issue. How?
Bear with me. All of a sudden, these frogs start falling from the sky. The cats and dogs are on it. They know exactly what to do and how to handle it. But it's a fun, cool story, and you got a lot of characters in here. And I think it's a fantastic first issue.
I gotta say, I'm very surprised you like it, but I like it too. The art makes it seem like it's an illustrated calendar, a little bit, which is nice. It works because the dialogue in the story is so offbeat and interesting.
Yeah.
That it's like, oh, it's kind of part of the joke that this looks like something your aunt sends you as like, aren't Mondays tough?
Like just hang in there.
I like the story a lot. It took me a while to get into it, especially because there is nothing for anybody who hasn't read the previous stories. It just throws you right into it.
Yeah, but you get it right away. I mean,
well, I get what it is, but it was difficult for me to keep track of the characters. By the end, I was really into it, and I liked it a lot, and I'm definitely looking forward to the next issue.
Yeah, I'm definitely into it because the wolf dog kind of reminds me of Snake Eyes' dog, Timber.
Wow, great reason.
This is the best G.I. Joe book on the stand. Let's move on. Last but not least, we're going to talk about MODOK, Rain Delay by Ryan Dunleavy, who's one of the co-creators with Fred Van Lente of the amazing action philosophers and the excellent comic book comics.
Yes,
wow,
what do you guys think about this?
Whoa.
MODOK. MODOK.
Now, you're a huge MODOK fan.
I'm a huge MODOK fan.
You are? Why?
Why? I love MODOK.
He's been a little overexposed lately.
Here's what I think.
Wait, hang on a second. You've been talking a lot.
Thank you.
That is my role on the show. I talk a lot and you grunt.
Sir talks a lot.
Anyways, but this was hard for me because I love MODOK as he is. So like the jokey over the top MODOK that's in this bothered me a little bit because I love MODOK and who he is.
It's very in fashion to make MODOK jokes.
Yes.
I gotta say. And I gotta say, they misspelled rain on the cover. Like, I don't know what they're after here.
Oh, right.
I
don't get your joke.
I like collected short panel comics like this because you know every like 4 panels or every half page there's a joke there and it kind of sums it up and you move forward. I like that format and this was pretty funny. I wish it kind of went in
what
different
was the
direction.
funny thing?
He's a giant head.
Yeah, but no, it made him seem sad.
The idea of it is that MODOK is not involved in the Cabal, in Norman Osborn's Cabal. So Norman sends him home to Erie, Pennsylvania, and when he's there, he encounters absolutely everything that you usually encounter when you go home. There's the bullies that used to menace him in high school. There's his father who hates him and thinks he's a total wuss. And he's basically treated like a regular guy, a regular nerd guy, except with a big head.
Yeah, but the problem is, he doesn't get to then get back at the bullies. Like, he's MODOK. He should be able to take care of the bullies.
Here's the thing I like about this. I liked MODOK getting a swirly. That's really funny. Box. Love Box.
Love the use of Box.
So excited to see Box. I think it's a fun one-off issue, and it's certainly welcoming, and it's good to pick it up, and it's good to have something funny in the Marvel universe.
I gotta say, the first page I think was my favorite. The first page and a half was the funniest part. Fantastic.
Totally. I started to read it and I was like, nope. And then I sat down and I picked it up later. And I still was like,
what did you do in the meantime?
Read other comics because I was like, I don't like how they're doing.
I want to watch you. We should set up a camera, tape you, and then fast forward it and just see how you do. I think it would be like,
because
real
you gotta be ready for
guys. If you have a question, you can check us out at
right in the middle of a sentence. You know, people hate that.
Do they? comicbookclublive@gmail.com, twitter.com/comicbooklive, popcultureshock.com/cbclub, iTunes, Comic Book Club Live, where you can check out and comment on this very episode. And Pete,
if you're ever in New York City on a Tuesday night, 8 o'clock, we'd love to see you at our live show. It's fun. We have comic book guests from the industry as well as comedian guests and sometimes musical bands, and you can win $25.
Musical bands.
And if you want to check out Pete's webcam, you certainly should. There's far less masturbating than you think it would be.
More than my taste. Oh, rain delay. Like
Oh,
dark
yeah,
rain.
yeah.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, you got it.
I see.
Oh,
Just
man.
spell it out.